Hello gorgeous people who love to scrap. I'm from Australia. I just want to share some goodies that I have picked up at the charity stores in the last couple of weeks. Sometimes when I go I find lots of nice stuff. Sometimes when I go I don't find anything at all. I just walk out empty-handed. But through the last couple of weeks I've been picking up a few things here and there, and they've just accumulated. So I'll share with you guys before I get too much to share with you all what I've picked up. Well, last week I picked up these gorgeous goodies from the same one charity store, and not many, but what I have picked up, they were pretty good, so I was really happy with them, and they were really cheap. The frames here, this frame as well as the other two that I picked up, the whole lot was for like $2, so I was really happy. I think this was 50 cents, and the other two that I picked up was $2, and they were like $1 each. So this one's a nice size, 5 times 3.5 inches, and it's got a nice colored gold decorative edge here. It's actually textured also, really lovely, and I like to incorporate these on my boxes. And the frame that you guys seen on my Drop Dead Gorgeous box is very similar size to this, so it's a good size. So picked that up for 50 cents. And at the same charity store I picked up this beautiful tablecloth, really vintage. You see how it's got these I don't know, design on it. There's so many words to describe a particular crochet, I'm sure, in the olden days, but I don't know what design this is called, but it's just so beautiful, and it's a square size, and it fits this square table that I have here that's vintage also. And it's really lovely. See, can you guys see the pattern there? Really beautiful pattern. So I'm really happy to pick this up, and things like this I probably don't want to cut up. I just want to hold them and just keep them to look at, because it's very hard to find things like this, and when you do come across it, I'm really happy with it. And I picked this up for $1. So if you're able to pick things up at a cheap price also, it's really makes it special even more, so because you don't spend a lot of money. So I do spend a lot of money on scrapbooking, and then other times when I can find a bargain, I tend to stick with the cheaper the better, right? And what I'm going to show you next is just absolutely gorgeous. And Bonnie, hi Bonnie. Bonnie is Sassy Scrapper here on YouTube. She would die pretty much when she sees these. Hopefully you won't fall off your chair, Bonnie, because you're going to love these. And I bought them for a really cheap price. They were $1 each, $2, and they are huge. And can you tell already what they are? Yes, more frames, Bonnie. Woohoo! Look at these. Let me try and see if you can see them. These are so super big, Bonnie. They are large. Look at that. And there's two of them. Really super happy, and they are really cheap at $1 each. This is like the best charity store that I go to. It's only small, but when they do have stuff, it's really neat, and really cheap also at the same time. And these don't have that engravement on it that says made in Italy, but it's metal also, as you can hear it. It's metal or brass. It's not plastic at all, and I'm not sure where these are manufactured, because it doesn't have like a made in China or anything like that on it whatsoever. But I'll zoom in and share with you guys the decorative edges, because they are gorgeous. Okay, this is a close-up of the decorative edges on them. As you can see, that's the bottom of it, and the top is exactly the same also. And then you have the sides. Look at this, isn't it gorgeous? And in here it has like little daisies engraved. Not engraved, it's raised. I don't even know how they do this, but it's raised and textured. It's all textured. And look at how absolutely gorgeous that is. Really beautiful. So I got two of them, and that's how they are. So really super happy with that buy. And as you can see in my hand, they are quite large. So I have plans to, you know, do something with these later on when I do get around to it. And the other thing that I come across, so those were the items from that particular charity store on that particular day. And on that particular day, I picked up these two salt and pepper shakers. Really cute. Let me zoom in. Can you guys see how cute they are? They got like cut glass on them, and then they have this sort of like, I don't know, pear-shaped bottom, and they're so cute. And I picked these up at the tip shop. We have here called the tip, like a tip or a troll shop, I think it's called Tip Shop, and things that are still good to use, people don't throw away, so they donated to this tip shop, and I was able to pick these up for $1. And guess who these are going to? Bonnie, these are coming your way. Let me know if you have these already. If you do, I won't send them to you. But if you don't, I'm happy to send these to you, because I know you collect salt and pepper shakers, and these would be perfect for your little collection. I do have some also in my collection, but I don't want to collect too many because trash starts accumulating that way. So trash to treasure. So I don't have time to make them pretty and stuff like that, and I don't use them. They're just sitting there. So if you like these, I'll send them to you. I have a single one for myself also already, which I picked up by itself, but this is a pair, and if you like these, I'll send them to you. And those were the same, all the items picked up on the one day. Okay, and I think a couple of weekends ago I went to the flea market. Our flea markets here suck a bit. They don't have a lot of great stuff. The ones that do have a lot of great stuff are like an hour's drive away, because it's a bigger town, but where I am is only a small town. And I was able to pick up something that's inspired again by Bonnie. Hi again, Bonnie. And if you guys been watching a lot of Bonnie's trash to treasure like things that she alter, you would notice that she has some gorgeous spice carousels, and I'm always drooling over them because it's such a fantastic idea. I didn't find any extravagantly like gorgeous like hers, but I found this. Woo! Ta-da! I found this one, yay! And it's my first one, so I hope to find more or similar items in the future. And this one came empty, you know, like I've probably used all the spices and stuff like that. And it was just plastic. It had like a navy color plastic on it, and I didn't like it, so I wanted to paint it shabby chic. So like Bonnie, because Bonnie and myself, we have very similar styles. The things that we collect, the things that we have for our personal use are almost identical. Like those frames she has, I have. Let me say, I don't know, just a lot of things we have in common, like our love for doilies and stuff like that, and fabric journals. I love fabric journals too. And the other thing that I haven't even shared with Bonnie is she shared a vid on this little kind of like bookcase type thing that she found on the side of the road, and she painted. I have something not exactly the same but similar also that I have painted myself. So two different ladies from two different worlds have things that are very similar and very much in common also. So I was able to pick this up because Bonnie inspired me to find something like this to store all my little goodies that I've purchased from SA Crafter or from eBay also. And they're so super stinky cute. And the good thing is it spins, yay! And they were navy, and I spray painted them in this ivory color. Because they were plastic, they didn't adhere the paint as well as they could have, like on wood or metal or stuff like that. But I didn't mind it, even though in some areas it was a bit grungy and the paint didn't stick on as well. I don't mind it whatsoever, because that makes it all perfect and shabby chic. And I was able to pick this up for $2. The only flaw is one of these lids had a crack on it, like as you can see right there, but I don't mind whatsoever because it's still functional and it's still usable, and it's so gorgeous. So I put my pearl sliders there, you know, those bling sliders. Then I have all my coloured pearls in here, and flower shapes and stuff like that. I want more because I've got heaps of stuff that I want to store also. So thank you, Bonnie, for inspiring me to grab something like this, and I'm so super happy that I was able to pick that up for $2. So really happy there. Okay, let me make some room. I picked up heaps of like fabric pieces and more tablecloths and stuff like that. I was able to pick this up at one of the charity stores again for $1. This is not from the same charity store that I purchased the other tablecloth, but look at this. Isn't that just gorgeous? I have plans to make 2 skirts out of this, one for Bianca and one for another pretty little girl that I know will love also. So it has these beautiful cutouts like crochet in the middle, and then it has these gorgeous embroidered, maybe hand embroidered, somebody's like hand embroidered these beautiful flowers, as you guys can see there. It's so absolutely gorgeous, and that's like through the middle part of this tablecloth. And you know, in some areas it does have little stains here and there, but I don't mind at all because it just adds character to this dress. And I think I'm going to tea dye it to make it a little bit dark under this, so everything will just blend in. And it's like vintage anyway, so it'll be a beautiful little skirt for little girls to run around in. Isn't that gorgeous? I don't know how I'm going to cut this up yet because of the way the shape is. It's got like this pattern in the middle of the tablecloth, and it's like an oval shape, but I love the designs on it. And for $1, it's such an excellent buy, and the flowers are just so beautiful. So that was a good buy again. Let me pop the tripod down. So that was a good buy for $1. And at the same charity store, just a couple of bits and pieces also that I picked up. Here's another lace piece that I picked up for $1 also, that you can use for altered projects, make bags out of, make flowers out of. And I like how it's got the raised flowers, how, you know, how it's raised, corded, I think. It's very like similar to corded appliques. It's got the raised flowers. So I'm happy with that for $1 also. Picked up some lace fabric here. These are all through different charity stores. So this piece was 50 cents, and there's lots of good size, and I mean not good size, lots of good yardage in there also. So that was a good pickup. And this one here is different to the other one. This one's $1, but there's a lot more in this particular piece here. So just check out your charity stores because you can pick things up for nothing, and you save a lot of money that way also. And the other fabrics that I picked up, yay, more curtaining tool. I call it curtaining tool. I don't know what they call it in Spotlight or in the fabric stores, but I call it curtaining tool because I love it. It's you see how it's sheer also, but then it has these lots of these dots on it, and it's cotton. There's a polyester one that's not as nice. The cotton ones tend to be a little bit thicker, which gives more volume, more depth to your project. So picked up that one for 80 cents. So really happy with that one. And this one here has no price on it, so I don't know which charity store I got it, but it'll probably be $1 at the most also. And I picked up some more tablecloths also. This is a nice tablecloth. Again, it's the same size or similar one to the original one that I shared with you guys. It's a little bit smaller, but it has nice decorative edges on that one, and these can be cut up also. I have a few of these already, but I like these just to have, and pretty much I can use them, but if I don't want to use them, I could just cut them up. And this one was $2.99 at the Salvation Army, so really good buy there. And it's really nice bright white and really clean also. And I picked up this really unusual one. My husband, probably about 2 weeks ago, my husband went to a funeral, and when I dropped him off at the airport, there was a charity store close to there, and this was where I got these from. So I got that nice one and this one at that particular charity store. This is in the uptown area, so it's a little bit more pricey. It's $3.99, but look at it. Isn't it gorgeous? Really pretty. I don't have anything in this sort of thickish design at all. This one does have a few marks here and there, but I don't mind because I'm going to be using it for craft and chopping it up and stuff like that. But when you're into craft and you're into recycling, sometimes just a few little stains here and there, I just don't mind anymore because I can overcome that. And things are unique because they're old, or I just take pleasure in the way that they are, the way that I find them in. I don't mind if they have a little stain on it. So it's just me, because it's not going to be used for everyday things that people are going to pinpoint, oh, you know, that's got a stain on it, oh, she didn't wash that or whatever. It's going to be in projects, and you're going to colour your project, or you're going to tea stain and stuff like that, and it's all just going to blend in. So if something has a little stain on it, don't think too much about it. Just buy it if you really like it, because you can, it's more meaningful that way. It's just worth a lot more. And look how beautiful that is. Really gorgeous. So that one. Got some more lace fabric. This is a curtaining lace, but I like the different patterns that it has on it, so that's a good buy also. And that was 50 cents. Always look for stuff that has different textures or different patterns on it. At the same charity store as those fabric pieces, I was able to find this really lovely eyelet dress. And you guys know, if you're watching my videos, that I use a lot of eyelet fabric on my raggedy rag dolls. And I found this raggedy, not raggedy dress, I found this beautiful dress that you can wear normally. You guys can see there. It is a good brand. It's called JJ's. JJ's is a nice brand here in Australia, and it's a size medium. I mean, I can squish into it if I want to, but I just bought it for craft, and it's really, really long and has all these beautiful eyelet laces on it, and it has a cotton insert underneath here also, or a petticoat, and this will make beautiful flowers also because it's thin. Usually the lining is always thin cotton, and it's beautiful to make shabby chic tattered roses, and it frays really, really well too. Very similar to muslin type things. It was a bit expensive, that one, at $7.99, but I didn't mind it because to buy the fabric would probably cost more also, and it's just beautiful, and I love eyelet laces on my little dolly, so I picked that up, and that was a really good buy, I'm sure, because yeah, I've seen some lace fabrics and they're really expensive here in Spotlight. I picked up some random pieces of doilies and stuff like that, and this one here, I do not know what it is, but it's like a rectangular, maybe a placemat or something. It's rectangular square shape, and it has this decorative edge on one side, and it's unique, as you can see there. It's thick also, so it's nice for texturing, and on the other side it's just white like that, so you can tea dye it and use it for Dolly's hair. So always recycle, always look out for things that you can use. So really beautiful piece, that one, and that one was $1, and this piece was picked up at the flea market. This was picked up at the flea market a fortnight ago, and I went back, and because the lady said that she'll be bringing some more doilies and stuff like that, and I was able to purchase some more this week also, so I will share with you what I picked up from her again in a minute. From the same lady a fortnight ago, she had that one, and she had this piece here also, really lovely. It had like cut out I don't know, no idea for what you call this, but just cutouts in the tablecloth or a runner, and then I liked it for the edges. I like this particular type of crochet. It's really beautiful. So that's got decorative edges all along the tablecloth, and see here it has another little stain there, but I don't mind whatsoever. It's so teeny tiny, and you know you're gonna pass it just for that little stain is a big mistake. So that's my theory. So, and then I picked up this little piece here also, which is beautiful. These I think are called Battenberg or something. Really lovely. Just has really beautiful decorative edges, and I love to use these in my projects also. And this is in like a beautiful creamy color, so really lovely there. I picked up some fabric. This is like a peachy pink fabric, and it's very similar to organza, but it has these lines through it, so I thought they will make nice flowers, and it wasn't expensive at all. So I think it was like $1. It doesn't have the price on it, but I don't buy things if they're really expensive unless I really have to have it because it's unique or something. But stuff like this, I can pass on it if it's too expensive, but I bought this because it must have been quite cheap. And this particular fabric, I do remember, was 50 cents, and it's really lovely. It's really similar to like linen type fabric, and it has beautiful colors, as you guys can see there, and it's a thickish linen type fabric, like I mentioned. So good for upholstery, like if you're making a cushion or you're making bags or chair liners and stuff like that, this will be perfect also. And there's good yardage in here also. I see that it's probably about a meter in there. So that was a really good buy for 50 cents. I do remember the price of this one because it's just from the charity store up the road from where I live. And this particular one here, a little bit expensive at $4, but look at how much is in it. Loads and loads and loads, or oodles and oodles of it. I think Bonnie uses that word oodles. I'm not sure, can't remember now, but somebody uses that word oodles on YouTube. and it's got heaps and heaps and heaps. So at one of the charity stores I was able to pick up this beautiful, I would say medium weight. It's not thin like cotton, it's not thick like that upholstery one that I shared with you guys before. It's kind of like a medium weight, so it's really good also for soft furnishing. So, and it has a beautiful pattern on it, as you guys can see there. So really good pickup. I mean, for $4 you wouldn't pay more for that in Spotlight. And at the same charity store I picked up these face powders. I thought these were so stinky cute, you know, because I love boudoir and stuff like that, you know, like powder rooms and foofy chairs and those vintage scrolly chairs. I've been collecting those also that I haven't shared with you guys also. So I have a madness for vintage things, and look at these. I was able to pick these up. So Bonnie, if you're good to me and you want one of these is coming your way, Bonnie, unless you have a ton of them already also. But they're so cute. I think you slide your fingers in there and you can poof your face. Isn't that just beautiful? And it's very vintage like that one. These ones here are a lot newer. I'm gonna keep that one because it's kind of like old looking. But look at how beautiful these ones are. Look. Oh, it's so soft. I have a fetish for anything that's got fur on it. I'm mad for fur. So I just love fur. And look, they're so nice and they're brand new. So I'll send one of these your way too, Bonnie. These are so beautiful. And you can poof your face. Oh, and they smell so lovely already. I think they've been powdered with something. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So lovely. So I've got 3 of those. 3 of those, and this one here that I'm keeping because it's unique. But there's 3 of the other ones that I can share with you. That one's slightly different to the other one also. They all kind of like look different. That one too. So really, really pretty. These are face puffers. I know, sound ridiculous saying face puffers. I don't know where I am exactly in the time frame, so I'm going to stop now and come back with another vid. Hold on.